Estás escuchando The Bad Guy Show.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Ya tú sabes la que es D'shon El Villano live de greatfmlatino.com, WQRXTV. Nosotros somos la gran FM latina, ya tú sabes, el Bad Guy Show. Yo soy D'shon El Villano. Oh, my bad. Yo soy D'shon El Villano y ya tú sabes, como todos los domingos les traigo un buen show, buena musiquita y muy buenos invitados. Y hoy no es la excepción. Today, we have the talented, the beautiful JESSI O is in the house. JESSI O, how you doing today, JESSI O?
What's up? I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Pew, 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 pew. There we go. That's the air horn. Everything good. Everything good. I'm so glad to have you here. You know, it's we actually almost performed together at the I'm So Latino event. That was May 3rd, and unfortunately, we didn't cross paths
Things
that
happen
day.
for a reason.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're going to end up performing together in a better occasion.
I hope so. And you know what? Like, I made it a point to reach out to you and say, you know what? You should come by the show. You should come by and we should talk. And like, because I really want to get to know you. I want to get to know your music, and I want the people that fuck with me to know who you are too.
I love it. Thank
That's
you.
What's up, 'cause you deserve it. You deserve it. No doubt. You're very talented. We were talking a little bit, like off air, a little bit about you. You were telling me that you went to Hialeah High. You know, you're a dancer.
I'm a Cuban by association.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. But you're actually your family's from Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
Nicaragua. That's very cool.
Nica Rica on the flow.
Yeah, Nica. Or as vulgarmente, como dicen Nicoya, hasta la polla, dicen
Ay, qué
los
chamo.
hombres.
Este
Yeah.
es latino, ¿ok?
Yeah.
Puedes hablar español.
But we were talking about how you've always been a dancer. Tell me a little bit about that. Since when did you start dancing?
I started dancing around 7. I would create my own showcases, and I would perform in school talent shows.
Oh, really?
I remember my first one. You're gonna laugh.
Go ahead.
I did Selena.
Selena.
She had just died.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you did like a little tribute thing?
No, it wasn't a tribute. I just really liked her stuff. So,
Really?
and I didn't know that she was dead at the moment.
Okay.
I had found her, and I was
You
like, oh my
discovered
god,
her. You
yeah.
love her music. Yeah.
I was a fan and didn't even know she died.
Damn. Well, you were very young as well, so. Do you come from like a family of artists? Is how you picked up dancing because of your parents or uncles or something like that?
Well, my dad, I heard, loves to sing, and he would create I saw him actually after 30 years that
wow.
I hadn't seen him for 30 years.
Oh,
and
incredible.
I
Wow.
saw him a few years ago, and he sang to me one of his favorite songs or
Really?
something he had written, and I was like, okay, so I guess this is where I get it from, because my
Nice.
mom hates music.
Really?
Yeah, she
Oh,
thinks
my.
it's annoying after a while.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
I'm like, and she has 2 left feet. So I'm like, Mom, I don't understand.
You got it from the pops.
Am I
Got it from your
adopted?
dad. That's very cool. That's very sweet.
I feel like I'm adopted sometimes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Growing up, was your mom always in your corner with your wanting to dance and be part of the arts?
No, to be honest, my mom has always been one of those moms that is an immigrant. She's a survivor.
Right.
So she's trying to
Out to
work
work,
2
yeah.
jobs.
Right,
I never
right.
saw her. It was just
Wow.
I
Wow.
grew up by myself. It was
Really?
neglected, but not intentionally. You know.
I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you know what? I mean, it's really hard. I'm a first generation born in the United States as well. And my parents spent a lot of time, unfortunately, kind of at work and not supervising me. I got into a lot of trouble.
Oh.
I got into a lot of trouble growing up. But it's because of those sacrifices that, I kind of I'm the man who I am today because of the sacrifices that my mother and my father
The
made.
biggest sacrifice is coming to America.
Yes,
And back then it was
definitely.
even way harder.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I
Yeah.
always will be forever grateful for that.
No
you
doubt,
know?
no doubt. You're now you're doing a lot. You're a very busy person. You were telling me that you wear all hats. You're your own manager, publicist. Literally. you do your own publicist. Do you do your own makeup and hair as well?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Yes, but I mean, here and there I hire people for
Okay,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I do it all together, but like what you see on my Instagram and
Yeah.
stuff, I put it all together. Yeah.
You also
I-
have.
I hire people for different stuff,
Okay,
but
yeah, that makes
but
sense.
ultimately
That makes
I'm the one
sense.
that makes all decisions regarding my career.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice. I've seen so much stuff that you post that you have like a lot of like dancing choreographies. You teach dance as well?
I teach hip hop.
You teach-
Matter
oh,
of fact,
okay.
shout out to Dance Center of Florida,
What?
LCA Performing Arts, Muse Center for the Arts.
Shout out. That's what's up. That's dope.
Yeah, I perform at I teach at a couple other places too, but just off the top of my head, and I teach a lot of hip hop, which
Okay.
has always been my favorite.
Nice.
And you
That's
can tell
cool.
from my
I
music.
I can tell. I can tell. I can tell.
You gotta have a little bit of swag. No, I'm kidding.
No, you do. You're totally 100% right. Don't worry. It's cool because like one of the things that I always ask the people who I invite to my shows is, "Are you ready?
Yeah.
At what age? At what age, or at what point in life did you fall in love with hip hop?"
I actually started loving. My first love in music is R&B music.
Okay.
Everything that's soulful, that it's
That has
feel
beat,
it,
rhythm,
that
yeah.
yes. But I can't really sing. I'm gonna be very honest. I can't really sing R&B music. I don't feel like that's my style.
Okay.
My style is more pop.
Nice.
So I do the urban pop,
Yeah.
and now I added the Latino side of it.
For
so
sure.
that's what you hear with my new single, La
Nice.
Mascarada.
Nice.
It's
A
like
great song, by the way. We're gonna play it in a little bit.
a.
But do you remember kind of like listening to hip hop and saying, okay, well, this is what I like. This is where my swag is at. This is where this is what I'm gonna dance, and this is what I'm gonna teach, and this is what I'm gonna. At what point did you kind of figure?
I want to say at least when I was 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there
Like,
any like artist or song that sticks out in your head, kind of like?
I don't know.
"Oh,
I used to
remember that
sit
was a
there.
song that-"
Oh yeah, like anything like Chris Brown related,
Ah,
Usher.
Nice. Yeah,
Um,
that's actually that's
Of
very
course,
cool.
my Britney.
Actually, kind of look like her a little bit. You
Oh,
have
Lord.
Un pequeño parecido, pequeño aire a Britney. That's cool.
Me dicen eso. I used to be called
dicen
Britney
eso?
in high
Shut
school. That
up.
was like one of my nicknames.
Oh man, that wasn't original at all. No, but that's funny. That's funny though. Yeah, you do look a little bit like her.
Some
yeah.
people are like, yeah. I get that a lot sometimes
A
online
prettier
too.
Latina version.
Thank you, a Latina version
yes,
of Britney.
of Britney.
Okay,
Which
I'll
is
take that.
which is all she needs to be. Better is to be Latina.
Ah.
I love Latino women. Let me tell you something. I don't go outside of my race. I'm married to a beautiful Mexican woman.
I
And,
love all races.
you know,
I don't care.
and you know what? It's just I do too, but it's like I don't know. There's something in the I don't know. Latinas son Latina, and they can fuck up your life like nobody. So I guess I like the danger, maybe.
You like the sauce that
yes,
Latinas
the
bring.
sauce. Oh boy,
We're fierce.
fierce and a half. You've been taking the singing part of your career very seriously the last few years. Right? Tell me a little bit about pre-pandemic. How was the music going for you, and how was everything working out for you pre-pandemic?
Actually, I started back up a year ago.
Okay.
So I took like almost 3 years at least. I want to say
Like
off.
2019 and 20, like
Yes.
that, like the pandemic. You took it
Yeah.
off. Okay.
2019, 20, and I started back up last year.
Nice. Okay.
So even before pre-pandemic, as I was telling you, I
Yeah.
had like a taste of. I had a producer called Mixano,
Okay.
or calls himself Mixano.
Oh, sounds familiar. Sounds familiar.
And he just sold a bunch of dreams and stuff, and
Right.
really like all he was trying to do.
Sorry to hear
I'm
that.
gonna tell you.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Was you know how
That's fucked up.
some
yeah.
men can be, yeah.
No, in this industry, it's like, it's.
So I got
that's
really
fucked up.
turned off, and I was like, you know what?
Really?
I need to take a step back to really evaluate why do I want to keep doing this when I keep getting these kind of offers, you know, where it's like misleading.
Right. You got some time to think about things, though.
Yes, I
Right.
did, and to
And,
put things in perspective. Yeah.
What comes out of the pandemic for you, artistically?
Everything. I got so much better when the pandemic. Sorry,
No,
I know a lot of people died and all
No,
this
no,
stuff.
yes, no, you're right, and that
It
part
sounds
has to be
horrible.
acknowledged and everything. But no, at the same time, no, you're right. Like shit, look, artists, I'm testament to that. Like I had a lot of time to write music, to create and stuff. So yeah, no, you're not You're not being heartless or anything.
Yeah, no, I actually started my a bunch of businesses like because as an artist you're your own business.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
So I started like my whole dance stuff. Like I have a star. I don't know if you know about it, but I have a dance company, a talent company called Star Elements Entertainment.
I did not know.
And
Shout out to Star Element Entertainment. That's what's up.
Yes.
Nice. So that's you and who else?
That's just me. That's
Okay.
my company. So basically, I hire dancers
Okay.
and I choreograph shows for artists and
Nice.
for TV, whatever they need
Yeah,
me to choreograph for. Honestly.
Wow, that's pretty good. You're probably pretty plugged in with that because.
Well, that's the reason why I started it.
Yeah, that's really smart of you. Very cool. And coming out of the pandemic, who did you work with somebody specifically, or were you just kind of like shopping different producers to come up with music? How did that work for you?
I did, and that's a crazy story.
I want to hear all about it.
Oh, it's fun. Do you know who Frankie Negron is?
Of course, Frankie Negron.
Shout out Frankie!
Frankie Negron records at my studio, at the other studio
Oh,
where
you
I
know
work
him,
at. Yeah,
great.
Marlo Rosado. Do you know Marlo Rosado?
No.
They have a song together. That song where I'll show you the video.
He's amazing.
They got it came out last year. Their song together.
Bueno, because my
yeah.
friend, do you know DJ Smiley?
Of course I know.
Okay,
Smiley.
so my friend, I known Smiley for many years since I was
Okay.
younger. I used to dance for his music videos and stuff like
Okay.
that. And he hit me up about doing this music video with Frankie Negron and Bikina Music.
Ooh,
And
nice.
I didn't really know who they were at the moment.
You didn't know who Frankie Negron was?
I didn't, but you know what? I looked them up and I was very impressed with their stuff, and I was like, wow.
He's a legend.
Yeah. Now I know. Now I'm like, psh.
Yeah, like you
Hello.
should. Yeah.
But back then, so I loved the song that I ended up being in the music video for, dancing for,
Okay.
and it was his music. And I've asked Smiley who produced it, and it was Ricky C.
Oh, okay.
And so shout out to Ricky C, who's an amazing producer as well.
Sorry to interrupt you. This is the Frankie Negron Marlo Rosado song.
Ooh.
This video is so pimped out.
I have
It's
got
straight salsa.
I have
Straight
to,
up
got to
salsa.
hear that. So that's how I found my producer, and I was
Nice.
like, I love what he did with that, and it was a salsa song, mind you.
Right.
So I was like, I love what he did with that music. I wonder what he would do with what I proposed to him, and he ended up killing it.
Really?
Have you heard my song, my last song that before this one?
La Mascarada? No.
La
Which one?
Cuchesa?
No.
Cuchesa
No.
is called it's called Cuchesa.
What's
but-
cucheta?
Cuchesa means baile, dance. It
It's
means
cuchesa?
Cuchesa.
Cuchesa, okay.
It means dance in Swahili.
Really?
And
Holy
the
shit,
beat,
that's so dope.
yeah, the beat has like this Middle Eastern kind of like taki.
Okay, okay.
So that's what I really wanted.
Yeah, that's dope. That's really cool.
It's a cool dance song.
Okay. And you dance for the video, and you did the video and everything.
Yes, I
you danced?
did.
Nice.
You should
nice,
check
nice.
that out.
I will. You gotta, man, I'm gonna be checking a lot of stuff out.
I pretty much directed that video.
Okay, that's very
I
cool.
I told the director what I wanted, and I put it all together,
Yeah.
and then he shot it.
Dope.
Yeah.
Very dope. Very dope. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Frankie Negron. Yeah, I work at another studio. I manage this other studio called EMA 305 Studios. It has a rehearsal space, and it has Marlo's Studios is in there as well. These are Grammy-winning dudes, you know what I mean? And when I first met him for the very first time, I was like, what? Frankie Negron? It was just like kind of like, yeah, but I'm not cool in front of him. I don't want him to notice that I'm such a fan.
Aw.
Nah, I'm a salsa head. I love salsa. And Frankie
You know,
Negron is one of the
Frankie
one of
is the
dudes.
most humble dude ever.
With his New York
He's
accent.
so down to earth. I love him. And by the way, I'm going to be doing a workshop
Really?
this Wednesday.
When? With who?
Promoting one of his songs that he did with another artist called Nueva Vista.
Okay.
It's called Enchulado, the song.
Nice.
So I'm actually going to be choreographing to that to teach in my class and
What?
promoting his song, and he might make an appearance, guys.
That's dope. That's dope. That's
So
dope.
I hope
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yo, we gotta do one of those with one of my songs. Shit.
Hey, holler.
Yeah, I'm a holler.
I'm gonna have to be like, Okay, artist.
Come
This
through,
is
yeah.
every Wednesday. What artist do you get? No, I'm kidding.
Yo, that would be
I need
crazy.
to,
You
I
would,
need
yo,
to,
you
I
would
need to
pull
start featuring artists like that.
You can make a buck with that. You can make a buck with that.
All right,
Believe
well,
me,
let's
you can
talk about it.
Yes, we will talk about that.
Let's talk about it. Remember, I put it in my eye. I was like, let's talk about it.
Okay. So right now you're promoting La Mascarada. I see you have your T-shirt of La Mascarada
Yes.
with the back,
Oh,
with
you
the
guys gotta
cover,
see the
and
back, so I
That
gotta
shit is
get up.
badass. Here, let me.
They're like.
Yes, your hair is in the.
Oh.
There you go. That's the cover of the. That's not the cover,
that's
but
not
it's
the-
one of the pictures that you used
Yes.
for
For promoting
the
La
promotion.
Mascarada, yes.
That's very cool. I'm sitting right in front of the cover. It's very cool. You come out sitting down with a very cool lace and the glasses.
They're not glasses.
They're not glasses. They're a mask. Duh. Tell me what's the inspiration behind La Mascarada?
I wrote this song along with Ricky C,
Okay.
who helped me. I know it sounds like a love song, talking bad about like un despecho, you know, but it's not.
Somebody done did you wrong.
It's really
It's not about that?
It's not about that.
Okay, what
it's
is it
about and it's like a general theme. Like I originally thought about it and I was like, I walk into this is how I live my life, literally.
Okay.
I walk into different rooms of so many different things, right? And I feel like I have to wear a certain mask every time to shield myself from all the, you know, the hypocrites or the fakers and the haters and the, you know.
That's deep. That's deep.
And
That's
I'm
deep.
like, well, let me just come. This is like, you know how more. It's so cheesy, but you know, like if we had, if I could be a superhero, I would wear my little cape.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
But in this case, I wear.
And wear your mask.
I wear a mask,
To
and
protect yourself. That's
and
really that's deep. That's
and it's
deep.
figuratively speaking.
Yeah, figuratively.
It's not like I'm not.
It's not
go-
literal,
Literal.
obviously. But you have lived through certain things that you just like you were just telling me about that producer that yeah, he put you through some things, and I guess that's very apt. It's a very interesting concept, and I think that you pull it off perfectly.
Thank you.
So Ricky C produced this as well, right?
Yes, you did.
Nice,
He
nice.
killed that one.
That's very cool. Let's get into the D'shon El Villano. We back. We back right now with the lovely JESSI O, and we were just listening to Cuchesa, very dope, and La Mascarada, which I loved.
Yeah.
Very cool. You were telling me that you don't have a video just yet, but you're working on it.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
hoping I can put it out by. I'm gonna say late June.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's pretty good. It's right around the corner too. And you were also telling me a little bit about that you were able to go out to. You had an opportunity to go out to New York. What was that like for you?
I did recently. I went about 2 weeks ago. I was invited from. I was scouted from this guy. Shout out to Power is Industry.
Okay.
Ahmed.
Nice.
He reached out to me on DM and he was like, hey, you know, I have this going on and we're showcasing in front of these people from Rock Nation and
Okay.
also Sweet Tea, his artist. I don't know if you've heard of her.
No.
She's like a multi-millionaire, like very crazy,
Yeah.
like very
I'm gonna check it out.
powerful
Sweet
woman.
Tea, huh? Okay,
Sweet
dope.
Tea,
Nice.
yes. Ava Rain was there. DJ Whatever was there.
That's his actual name, DJ Whatever?
DJ Whatever.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's go. I thought you were remembering his name. I was like, DJ, whatever. No.
But whatever as in WHUT.
Whatever.
Not what.
Oh, okay, I
yeah,
get
but
what
what.
you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, a couple
That was a dope experience?
It was a dope experience, yes. I got to meet them. I got to chat with Big D, the weatherman, and he gave me some good advice.
Yeah.
And they invited me back for another
Very
showcase.
cool.
So
And
We'll
you were
see.
saying that you were also trying to go out to Mexico.
yes.
What's that like? What is that gonna happen, or where in Mexico are you going to?
It's all in the works as of right now. It's
Okay.
not confirmed. But I am trying to go to. I'm not gonna say where in
Okay.
Mexico yet.
Okay,
You know,
go ahead.
gotta keep that mystery going.
You got to, yes, you know. Got to.
But yes, I'm
Yeah.
trying to go international.
Okay.
So
very
I want to go out to eventually Mexico, Nicaragua, Puerto Rico, like every place that's Latin. I want to go and travel and at
That's
least
good.
do one showcase, if not
That's
do a
good.
whole tour around
Yeah.
South America.
Wow,
Ideally.
and that's so crazy because you're doing everything yourself. You're your own everything. It's gotta be crazy.
I don't have a manager
It's
now.
gotta be crazy, damn. But you know, if that's what works for you, I mean, you gotta keep working that because a lot of times, and yeah, like you said,
I'll
you
tell
meet
you
people
this.
that sell you bullshit dreams.
I had the reason why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it now, and it's going way better, by the way,
Okay.
than when I was 23 and I was in a girl group, in a girl band.
Oh really? What was that called?
D'shon El Villano, and then
Oh,
they became when I left, they changed their name to She Rose and went on to perform in what was that big show, The Voice? No.
She Rose. I've heard of that.
She Rose, yeah. So they became a group of 4, but it was a group of 5 originally. And I did 3 years with them, and
Okay.
things didn't work out, and I left.
You went your own way.
Yeah, and it started. I guess what was the question before? Because I already lost myself.
It's okay. No, that I guess I forgot to. You were talking about you coming up and you were in the group with the girls and management. We were talking about management. Management is going better for you now than it did before.
That was the question. Yeah. So our management back then, like I said, things didn't work out, and I feel like I spent so much time, energy. I even dropped out of college.
Oh wow.
So that I could pursue music.
Wow.
People thought that I've been trying to pursue dance. I've never tried to pursue dance.
Wow.
I've just landed on dance.
Really?
It's crazy.
You came up on it, but it just landed for you. It's
Like,
just like
everything that I've landed is not like I really tried. Does that make sense? I've always been trying for music, but I've landed a bunch of jobs for dance.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I even land jobs for choreography without trying.
Wow.
People just refer me all the time.
Nice.
So it's just like I don't know, like I've always been trying for music, and when I let other people do it for me, things didn't pan out. And now that I'm doing it for myself, things are like looking upwards.
That's a blessing.
It's crazy.
That's what's up.
It's crazy that it's taken me this long to even try it this way, you know?
Listen, I've been making music my whole life, and this is the moment where I feel that I'm most like prepared, in control. You know, and obviously looking for more and better things, bigger and better things, but it happens. It happens to you when it's supposed to, not a moment before. And it's just, if we stop, we're never going to see
Back
that.
then I was so clueless. I had no idea about anything, like where to even start, you know? So I think that, I guess this whole time of bad experiences, good and bad, it wasn't all bad, you know? But good and bad, I guess this was like my training of like 10, 15 years of like, hey, you're going to school for this, and now, boom, now you're going to start being able to apply those things that you've learned. So
what were you studying in college?
I was actually a dance major.
Okay.
I went to FIU because I auditioned for their dance department.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But I didn't know, at that time I really didn't know what I wanted to do with dance.
You were kind of just like following the motions.
I guess, yes, because I really knew I wanted to be an artist.
Right.
And I knew I wanted to be an artist, but I knew you had to go to school and please mom, you know?
Yeah, no, that's a factor. You know, you have to, at that age, you do have to kind of like follow certain things that are put in front of you, you know, llenar expectativas kind of thing.
Now I'm the total opposite. I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah, you gotta do you, man. You gotta do you, and now you're getting better results. So that's very cool. Are you currently working towards an album? Are you putting an album together? What's next? What's another single?
Yes, I am. I don't plan on doing an album for a while. I plan on putting out a bunch of singles. Okay. Because I don't even think people listen to albums anymore.
I do.
You do?
I'm an album head, and I feel like the art of making albums has run dry. Like not a lot of people put out albums anymore, and I don't know. I kind of look for the albums as well, you know, because some people do put out albums with the trash, but other people put out albums with concepts and stuff like that. I don't know if you've heard the new Kendrick Lamar or any Kendrick Lamar album, for that matter. They're all very conceptual and very well thought out. He's actually the first rapper to ever win a Pulitzer for his last album, Damn, which was a few years ago. But yeah, you know.
I gotta check that out.
But you're right in that a lot of people don't check for albums anymore. A lot of people are just looking for that next single.
That hot song that they like.
Especially a lot of companies. A lot of companies are, usually okay. They want that hot single. It already has a following. Let's get
Well,
behind.
think about it. You do an album, you spend all this time and money on creating this album, and then you're only gonna push 1 or 2 songs from that album.
It's true. It's true, especially when it's.
So when you're an independent artist,
yeah,
you don't have that kind of money to push every song in an album anyway.
It's true. It's true.
So I think of it like money wise is not smart for me.
Okay.
That's why I don't do it. Yeah.
So you're building your career right now with singles, right? Is there?
Well, I did an EP, but
you did an EP?
that was way back in the
Yeah.
days when I really didn't know what I was doing.
Okay.
So let's just scratch that, right?
Is it here? I want to.
Oh,
what is
no.
it? The Against All Odds?
Yes, it is.
I like the cover too. Very very proud.
It's such a different sound. You're not even gonna recognize me.
I'm gonna check it out in a little bit. No, but I mean, you know what? It's weird because
It's history.
I've spent maybe the last like 4 years putting the final touches on my album. Like I've been 4 years we've been in the studio, like working with different sounds, kind of like at one point we just got in and did a bunch of tracks.
And how many are you doing? 10?
Yeah, like 11 songs, and then like a couple of poems in the middle. But I have about 70 or 80 songs to choose from. In these 4 years, we've made so much music.
Jeez, that's
and
awesome.
Then we're kind of just like I'm doing this thing where I'm releasing new music every month, like 2 or 3 songs a month, a new video, a collabo, something. Every month. Every month I'm putting out 2 or 3 songs. I just put out a video on Friday. And some of the songs that I'm putting out is what we worked on. But the album is like these 11 songs that we're kind of like perfecting.
Right.
You know, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
You have
but
to. It's
but
art, you know?
It is. And I feel that I gotta do it for myself. You know what I'm saying? This album. I've always put out
That's what Against All Odds was.
Yeah.
A lot of the songs there, yeah.
It was kind of like, oh, you just feel you have to do, and that why
it's
that
therapeutic,
title? Why
you know?
It is. And Against All Odds, believe it or not, is a Tupac title, a Tupac song title.
Well, I put it as that title because honestly, all the odds have been against me for so long.
Yeah.
And now is the only time that I'm like, okay, now I'm catching a break.
I feel like that.
So many, you know.
I should tell people that. I should tell everybody that. You know what? I felt like everything was against me.
Well, it's true.
Cool.
It's true. I mean,
it's inspirational.
You know, being an immigrant, being abused when I was little from my stepdad for like 5 years, sexually.
No way.
I mean, just like all the odds were against me. You know, people that go through something so traumatic, they usually end up being, you know, a prostitute or you know, stripping in the clubs, or you know, they end up losing their minds a little bit. You know.
Yes.
And I took it the opposite way. I learned karate.
Really?
I wanted to defend myself, so I'm a black belt. And
shit, I'm not fucking with you.
Yoshiman trained with you.
I'm gonna be careful with you. So you're karate black belt, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I got my black belt when I was 20. I want to say 20 or 21.
Wow.
20.
And that factors into your dance. I mean, you're an athlete naturally because you're a dancer.
Yes.
So wow, karate, huh?
Karate's you know, it's a whole different game from dance. But you do need coordination, so it helps if you're a dancer.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Well, you're just full of surprises. You're just full of surprises.
Yeah. Some of the songs that are on that Against All Odds, you know, if you check out Champion, it talks about my abuse. Most people would think that it's about a guy, but it's about my sexual abuse. Yeah.
Wow.
So that song, I think Ready for the World, was also very therapeutic.
Who did you put that EP together with? Your old producer?
I did it with these guys. Not that guy. No, I did it with these guys called, what's his name? I haven't talked to them in so long. They work for Pitbull Camp. Okay. For the Pitbull Camp, Leo Brooks, who's out.
Sounds familiar.
Leo Brooks is his guitarist or bass, I believe, guitarist, and then Willie Madera is a sound engineer for that whole EP.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Nice.
they're really great. I mean, obviously, right?
Yeah.
They work with people.
Of course.
But yeah, I just didn't know how to market back then, and I didn't really push any songs. I didn't do any videos. Like, I really didn't know what I was doing. I just did music and did music, you know?
But that's very cool. That's very courageous of you, because you did it all on your own. You're just like out there. Listen, I'm gonna do this. This is what I'm feeling, and y'all gonna hear it one way or another.
Yep, I didn't know what I was doing.
Very
And now,
cool. Very
yeah.
cool.
Now I'm doing everything with, you know what? It's very important, just like how doctors, lawyers, everything, strategizing.
Yes. Very
If
cool.
you don't strategize, you ain't going nowhere.
Wow.
You're gonna be in the same, you're in a loop. You're gonna stay in a loop.
Yeah.
That happened to me for so long because I didn't make plans. I just went with the flow,
Wow.
if you know what I mean.
Yes, of course I know.
Now I strategize everything.
Yeah.
From the pictures that I post to the videos that I post
Yeah.
to, you know, everything. Everything is for a purpose, serving a purpose.
Nice.
Not because, but it's still authentic, don't get me wrong.
Of course. Well, I mean, you come off as very authentic.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
Definitely.
But yeah, strategizing, and we can talk about that for a long time. That whole strategizing thing, it would help a lot of artists.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
I see, that a lot of friend artists that come to me and they're like, Jess, you know, can I get on this? Can I get? Because they for some reason think that I am this like, I don't know, teacher of how to become an
mover and
artist.
shaker.
How
Yeah.
to become an artist.
Right,
And I'm
right.
like, I'm not a teacher of that. I'm a dance teacher, but I'm not
Yeah.
a teacher of how to become an artist. In fact, I'm trying to learn myself.
Right.
But they come to me with questions and thinking that I have it all figured out, and I don't. But it's just the lessons I've learned over the years.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. I mean, I have a white beard. People think I'm much older than I am sometimes, and I get a lot of those questions.
How
I'm
old
"Look,
are
I'm
you?
I'm
You're probably in your
40.
30s.
I'm 40.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I do get that question, you know, and I try to tell people, look, I'm just as stupid as you are, so I don't know what you're asking me. No. But it's very cool that you do have kind of like palabras de aliento for people who are coming to you, you know, with questions and stuff like that. I mean, un consejo no se niega, right?
I'm always open window, you know, like
Yeah.
I just, as long as I don't feel like there's ill intent.
Right, and the vibe, right? Like you can feel kind of sometimes when the person
Totally.
has esa vibra pesada, like crazy, like
We're artists. We are very sensitive to
yes,
energy, you know.
Yes. I say that all the time. Like when, even when I have like maybe like a client who's gonna come by and who's gonna just maybe record some vocals, like you can tell when la vibra es pesada.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can tell. So yeah, sometimes I try to be just silent, kind of like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, but I try not to be in that company. I try not to associate too much with people who I feel tienen esa vibra tan pesada. But you know,
What do you mean by pesar? Can you be more
yeah,
specific? Do you mean as in like a negative vibe?
like a negative vibe,
Or just
like
like
a
envious
negative
vibe?
Well, the thing is that you don't kind of know exactly what's wrong, but you know something is wrong. Like you know, there's something there that's just not like.
I'll tell you this. I'm
Like-
so intuitive that I can almost tell you exactly what's wrong every time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
When I see people and I already like, no.
You know if it's maybe envidia.
Oh,
if
for
it's,
sure, 1000.
Or
Or
if
when
it's
the-
something they
when
want to
it's
talk
so
shit
fake.
about you.
When it's so fake. Oh yeah.
Like
for
the
sure.
fake, like when we said hello, like, totally gave you a fake kiss, like, no, but you know what? I didn't want to get you like with my
No,
beard. That's why I didn't like
I
fake
didn't.
kiss.
I didn't do that because I didn't. Oh no.
You saw me. I was like, hey, no, we didn't even touch cheeks. I was like, yeah, but I didn't want to bother you. That's all.
No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it at all.
That's kind of because I've seen people that are like that, like kind of fake is like that's fake as fuck, like you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that in the music business, the thing is that especially in our side of things like hip hop, reggaeton, and stuff like that, a lot of the artists are más de la calle. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
true. That's true.
and not everybody has that like camaraderie vibe. Some people, you know, you can tell when you meet them. Oh, these are people that are heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like, I do, you know, we're here. We're you know, we see a lot of shit
Well,
here.
you work a
and-
lot with a lot of artists.
Yeah. So you see a little bit of everything, but people need to learn kind of like to capture those vibes and to read those vibes off people because you don't want to fuck with the wrong person. Like, it's crazy sometimes.
I try to keep it light. I try to keep it light even in the darkest situations.
That's
I keep
good.
it light,
That's good.
or
Keep
I'll
a
break a
smile
joke.
on and,
You know.
break the ice. Let's talk a little bit about. I'm sure you listen to a lot of like pop music or popular music, reggaeton and shit like that.
My job depends on it.
Do you have a favorite reggaetonero right now? Let's talk in Spanish. ¿Tienes un reggaetonero favorito ahorita?
Bueno, que no diga Daddy Yankee.
Ese nuevo álbum está duro, ¿verdad?
Está muy duro, sí.
Está muy duro.
Every song is like a dance, hit.
He did his thing in that album. And it's funny because he hadn't put out an album in a minute. And this new album is wow. It's like,
I love Karol G too.
Karol G's dope.
I really like her stuff, like her the new songs that she's come out, Mommy, oof.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Did you hear that one?
Yeah. I've heard all of them. Yeah. My wife's obsessed with that the Provenza one. Yeah, the video's really cool too.
Oh yeah, it's more like I like it because it's all toned down. So
it's not like choreographies and stuff like that.
Makeup,
it's
very
it's very like kind of like, okay, you guys go
chill.
and have some fun. You know what I'm saying? Let's have some fun. That's what it looks like. Yeah. How about you like Raúl Alejandro?
Yes.
Yeah, right. He's dope, right?
Yes, he's like I see him as a Spanish Chris Brown.
Right? He's very yeah.
He's amazing. He can dance. He can sing. He's just all around amazing.
I was surprised to see him like dance. I was like, what? This dude can do everything. Ooh. He probably can act too.
And I know a lot of his dancers. They're all amazing. All amazing. I take classes from them. They're amazing.
How about Rosalia?
Rosalia, I like her style.
Yeah.
She's very different.
Very different.
Very
together, you know that,
she's
right?
like very flamenco-ish, right?
Yeah, she's from Spain,
her tone is so different. It's very cool.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that they were in a relationship, like Raúl Alejandro and
Rosalia?
Yeah.
I thought it was Bad Bunny for some reason.
No, not Bad. But speaking of Bad Bunny, he got a new album out as well. Have you heard that?
I haven't heard that.
I didn't like it that much.
I haven't heard that.
There's a few songs in there that are bangers, but I don't know. I like the album he put out before that, the Yo Lo Que Se Me Da La Gana. That shit is legendary. Has so many good songs.
Yes.
La Zafaera.
With Bad Bunny, I like only select songs.
Okay.
I don't really like all his stuff.
Is it because of his style?
I think it's just his tone.
Yeah.
Like
Como medio canzón, right?
Yeah.
Like it gets like a little
tired.
Yeah, it gets a little tired.
Yeah. Like a little annoying.
But the Oasis album that he put out with J Balvin, that shit was so dope. It was so fresh. Yeah, that shit came out a few years ago. J Balvin and Bad Bunny.
J Balvin, come on.
J Balvin.
Anything he puts out is gold.
Yeah.
Maluma and J Balvin.
Yeah,
anything they put out is gold.
Hey, they're Colombian. You know how we do.
Okay, I see. Okay. You know
what?
Who in Nicaragua does reggaeton?
Right? Oh, man, that sucks.
I think I gotta set the standard there.
Yeah, you are actually. I don't know too many artists from Nicaragua. There's like a rapper too. It's actually. These guys, the one with the comic book, they're like underground rappers. They live here in Miami, and the head guy, shout out to the Filth. That's he goes by the Filth. He's a graffiti artist, and a rapper, and they put out their album and they put it out with the comic book. And Nicaraguans. I know he's Nicaraguans. So there's some Nicaraguans out there, but you guys are like sparsed out.
It's like a needle in a haystack.
Yeah. It's not like you saying, I rap. He's probably from Puerto Rico. Or he's Dominican.
Right.
You know, or he's Colombian or something like that. That's more, or Cuban.
Yes. I got to perform at Gaiosh and I met a lot of the diversity
this year?
In Miami.
Was it this year? Yeah.
Yes.
How was that?
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I had actually. This is my second time performing in Gaiosh.
Nice, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's very cool.
But this was my first time it being official. And
okay.
Like where I got to like rock the red carpet and
really?
and get an award and
Girl, that's so cool.
Shout out to Samal Group.
That's very cool. How did that come about?
A PR.
Yeah.
You got to get a PR person.
Okay.
And that it works with Gaiocho.
Okay.
And we can talk more about that.
We'll talk about it off air. I definitely want to know.
Of course, I'm an open book. Yeah, I told you.
Nice.
Like when it comes to helping artists, I don't mind.
I'm gonna be bugging you then.
Dude.
Shit, if you're gonna be helping out like that, listen. I need a manager now.
Look, dude, nobody wants to help me, but I'm always helping people.
That's
like
cool. That's cool.
Straight up, nobody
That's
ever
cool.
wants to help me, but I'm always helping people.
That's what's up.
But you know what? I believe in karma.
That's dope.
So when I help you, I'm gonna get 5 times that back.
That same energy, yeah.
You understand?
That's very good. That's very good.
And I 1,000 believe that because it's happened.
And it's true.
Proven.
Yeah,
it's proven.
You probably see the proof, right? Yeah.
Yes.
That's very cool.
I've done a lot of helping without
Expecting
caring.
anything back.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then now, like, I'm starting to see why I'm like getting all these opportunities and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes, no, 100%. Listen, this show, I interview artists all the time.
Hey, this is for free, so thank you.
Yeah, no, yeah.
This
is something that I
Some
try to
people
offer.
charge for this.
They do. I try to offer this to like, if you look down the interviews that because I put them up on YouTube, by the way. Shameless plug. Every Thursday and Wednesday, every Thursday and Friday.
Why don't you do? Oh, are we on
That's
video?
why I film it. Yes.
Oh, you.
So
this whole time we've been on video.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, but this is not live though. I do post production on this.
Oh, I understand.
And then I put it up.
It's okay. I haven't said anything wrong.
It's
I'm just saying. I've just been a blonde this whole time, thinking I'm the only one with a video here.
No, but yeah, I put up the episodes on Thursdays and Fridays, so I give that opportunity to artists to come by, and it's not that I expect anything back, but it sure is nice when like you work with people in the way where they give something back just because they feel that it's proper etiquette. Because why not?
You're creating friends at the same time. You know what I mean? And you never know which person's gonna help you out with what, or who's gonna refer you to somebody. That's how I get that's how my whole dance business is.
Referrals.
Like, I don't have any marketing behind my dance business. Yeah,
Wow.
I still get bookings.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
It's all referrals. It's all word of mouth.
Referrals.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Imagine if I actually made a website, which
you probably kill, bro.
I'm trying to make a website soon. I promise. I'm gonna.
You're not designing that by yourself, too,
yes,
are
I
you?
am.
Oh my God,
that's
bro.
why
You're doing everything, bro.
It's taking me so long because I don't have the time. Yeah.
Oh, the time. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Because I'm exhausted after so much stuff, and like to try to come home and make a website. Sometimes I'm just like, I'll do like one cube, and then
That's done for today. Next month I'll come back and do another one. No, that's crazy.
It's coming though. It's coming because I know that I'm missing out on a lot, and as an artist, you need funds to fund your projects.
Yes. But yeah, there's a lot of takers in the business. They're just there to take what they can and move on. That's the bullshit. But there are good people like you that are out there that help people, and at the same time you're growing with it. You're growing with it at your own pace.
Little by little, step by step.
I'm curious.
You know how Will Smith said about building a wall? You brick by brick?
Okay, yeah. It's not the Trump wall, right?
No. Oh man, imagine.
It's not that wall. Oh my God. But I try not to get into too much politics with people.
Don't get me started with Trump.
But
that guy.
I do like to know sometimes.
That guy's the bad guy.
That guy's the bad guy. That's the real bad hombre. I do try to kind of get a little bit of people's perspective when they come here. I try to keep it light, always about music and stuff like that, but I always throw in a couple of questions in there just to know kind of like where their head is at. And I just want your opinion, especially being a woman. Lately, there's been a lot of talk about, I don't know if you've heard it in the news, Roe versus Wade. They're trying to, which is the abortion thing that's in the Constitution now. They're trying to do away with it, the Republicans. They're going to,
I have heard about it.
It's more than being pro or against abortion. In my point of view, it's about women's health and women's right to choose to do with their body what they want to do with their body. What's your point of view?
I think it's almost the same with every woman. I think that we should be allowed to decide for ourselves.
Yeah.
Why is a government or anybody gonna decide for us? Like, there's so many circumstances. Like, I could not imagine, and thank God I was actually molested.
Wow.
But I wasn't raped. It's different.
Right.
I cannot even imagine if I was raped and I didn't want to have that kid, and then I couldn't because of a stupid law. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I couldn't see that. I'm sure that happens to so many women, and so imagine if they have to, and then every day they're reminded of what happened. It's because it's so tragic, and it's something that you never really truly get over. You manage, you deal with,
Wow.
You don't get over it. There's no erasing. There's no starting over. That's all. No.
And you carry it everywhere with you.
Everywhere.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, it's a scar.
Wow.
It's a scar, whether it's in your heart, in your mind. It's a scar.
Wow.
Wow,
I feel for you. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh, thanks, man.
But getting to listen to your point of view and everything, I think that it's important for women to think that way. because you don't need to be an activist to say, yeah, I'm a woman and I think that I should be able to choose what I do with my body. That's just my opinion. I don't have a vagina, I'm not a woman, but I see it like that. I have a daughter, I have a wife, I have a mother, I have sisters. So I see it like a real attack on women. And,
Yeah,
you know, it's just something that hopefully we can pull together and overcome, you know?
I don't know what's happening with the world.
It's crazy right
yeah,
now.
these times, man, between pandemic and now this Ukrainian war and this whole, just everything is just, so uncertain.
It is. And you said something earlier that it kind of goes to the point of this, that like when the pandemic was happening, like it hurt a lot of people, right?
It did.
But at the same time, for like us artists, it worked in our favor a lot of in some things. And you're right. Like I do feel bad that like I was able to like become more creative and get more done in a lot of areas, and then to see the other side of that, which is like the suffering and everything like that. It's crazy that to see how the world is kind of like empeorándose, and then my career is kind of like chugging along, like getting better.
You almost feel guilty.
Yes, no, 100% I feel guilty.
But it's not our fault. You know what I mean?
No,
like we can't even begin to say whose fault. Whose fault is that? You know? I think it's collectively. There's not one person. It's like collectively as humankind.
Yeah. I blame a lot of the Miami drivers. So we have this goddamn traffic in Miami because motherfuckers don't know how to drive. It's all their fault. This world.
Hey, you know what? After going to New York and being on that Uber, I am grateful for Miami traffic.
You're kidding me, really? Oh my god.
They drive so crazy up there.
Oh boy.
I could not drive up there. I would get into a car accident.
I can barely drive in Miami. Jesus.
No, over here people are not that nice. They cut you off.
Oh yeah, fuck.
But you know what? If you go up north, like in Orlando or something, Melbourne, people are so nice.
Yeah.
If you put your signal, they actually let you go to the lane. You know.
There's no merging here. You merge or you die. It's one of the two when you're driving in Miami.
You either cut people off or you're not getting anywhere.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's the etiquette out here. When you go to Mexico, you'll see people drive like shit over
crazy over there.
Colombia, people, oh my god, it's scary to drive out there. For real. Miami's it's beautiful compared to Colombia or Mexico.
Driving,
yeah,
for
it's
sure.
Crazy. We're coming to the end of our show. Te quiero dar las gracias nuevamente por haber venido. It's been like so cool to interact with you. You're so easygoing. You're so cool. I love your music. I love your style. You're like doing something really original. I'm not such a pop music fan, but like you got me as a fan.
Yeah.
You got me as a fan. All right, and I see what you're doing is like urban and dope.
Yeah, it's urban pop or I would just say even urban Latino, right?
Latino.
Urban Latino.
I love those two words, urban Latino.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Two things before we leave. Let people know where they can find you. Instagram, social media. Where can they find you?
I am mostly on IG, so if you really want to follow me, I would be on IG JESSI_O_pink, and TikTok as well. TikTok is just without the underscore, so Jessie O Pink.
Okay.
And you can check everything out from my website, jessyomusic.com.
Nice. And then the final thing, well, I was going to ask you actually about los consejos que le darías a alguien. What would you tell somebody who would come to you asking for some advice about how to start being an artist?
I would say don't be afraid to fail.
Okay.
Until you get it right, and strategize. Find a way to strategize with every song that you want to put out, and because some people want to do a lot, but doing a lot doesn't mean being busy. Doesn't mean you're being progressive. Like you're not going forward.
That makes sense.
You know
of course.
What I mean?
Yes.
So you wanna cut all that distraction out and focus on one song or one thing and drive that up.
Okay.
Because you only need one hit to become famous.
That's true.
Or become, a well-known artist. And really hit off kick off your career to a whole nother level. So
yeah, just take that one hit.
yeah, so whatever that is for you, your team, if you decide to do a team, for me, unfortunately, because I would love to work with a team.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, every time I've tried working with music in a team, it hasn't worked out. Yeah. The whole group thing really left me scarred up. So
and you were so young, right, with that?
I was in my 20s,
that
23,
sucks.
24.
Shit.
I think I stopped at 25, and then I decided to go on my own and just explore between dance and music.
Yeah. Well, you're doing an awesome job. Thank you so much, Jessie.
Thank you.
It's been such a great experience to have you here. I hope that when you put out your next single, you come back and tell us all about your single, all about your videos, and all about your shows. I want to hear back from you. And ya saben lo que es. Muchas gracias a todas las personas que nos están sintonizando. Y ustedes saben, todos los domingos estamos aquí de 8 a 10. El Bad Guy Show. Yo soy D'shon El Villano. Y todos los jueves y viernes. Every Thursday and Friday we put up new episodes. So next Thursday, you're going to be able to check out this, or Friday, I think. Next Friday, you're going to be able to check out the JESSI interview in case y'all missed it. This shit was a dope-ass show. One of the best shows I've had.
Estás escuchando The Bad Guy Show.